Okay.
May, Kent in May 2021. These are dead nettles, and we have just seen different varieties of bumblebees on the dead nettles, but they still sting very hard. They also have dock leaves growing next to them, so stinging nettles are acid and dock leaves are alkali. But I find that bananas have the same effect. If you put the inside of the banana on the sting, then it doesn't hurt so much. Oh dear.
There's another interesting wild bee. You don't see that anywhere else. Never seen one like it.
Oh, that's only because you've really looked after it and they've got areas to play around in.
That's right.
That's why.
Here's another one. Multiple different kinds.
This is another bed of dead nettles with lots and lots of pollinating insects around them. Bumblebees mainly, and wild bees. And under the trees you can see the glorious bluebells. The primroses are now in decline, but the bluebells are coming up, and you can see them under the trees. And not all of them have come through. They're just coming through now because we had a lot of rain, really just like a monsoon rain, though the soil is still very dry because it hadn't rained in April. It was the driest April for 60 years. Since 1961 to 2021, we have not had such a dry April. So plants are a little bit late, but the scent is still there and the insects are all out. Here is another nice patch of bluebells. The leaves are lime green. They'll get dark, but they are lime green at the moment. And also there are no leaves up there. That's why on the trees. That is why we have got all these bluebells coming through now. These are bluebells coming through. The road is quite close. There's a lot of sunlight, so there's quite a nice bank of bluebells. This is a lovely bank of bluebells, plus the stinging nettles. No, these are dead nettles. Those are the flowers of the dead nettles. Very beautiful trumpet-shaped flowers, but they are dead nettles. These are wild bluebells. They are English wild bluebells. The bluebells you see in homes, gardens, the gardens of the houses, are Spanish bluebells, and they are very aggressive and they are hardier than this lot, but these are protected, and it is some sort of a horrible thing to do to introduce Spanish bluebells to the wood. Best thing is to keep them out and just enjoy the natural English bluebells. Here is a bank of primroses which were in full bloom. Today is the 10th of May, but they are now in decline. This is a bank of bluebells, 10th of May 2021, and they really have done better here because they get a lot of sunshine. They're blooming away with a lovely scent, and here on the other side you see them under the trees, and it's a majestic sight, absolutely majestic sight. If we don't look after this, global warming, we won't have it. That is all there is to it. We just won't have it. We've got to really protect it and look after it. Hopefully COVID has taught us some lessons. Sacrifices of those people who have died should not go in vain. Here is another view. The sun has now come out. It was going to rain, but it didn't. So here is the vista. The leaves are beautifully green, but the purple or blue of the bluebells is just too beautiful for words. Here is another view of the bluebells, and this time there are some white flowers mixed with the bluebells, and they also look very, very nice and beautiful. Here's another vista. Sun is now very strong. Still several weeks to go before the 21st of June, which is the summer solstice, but it is quite warm. Feels warm on the skin. These are wildflowers, white wildflowers, growing at the base of an oak tree. Further along I showed you these same flowers mixed up with bluebells, but here it's just them, no bluebells at all. And then there is of course the pond. The pond may have got a wee bit of rain. Doesn't look that it is true overflowing because it has been so dry. I don't think the rain managed to get here except what came down from the sky. But as you can see, the top of the trees have got no leaves, which is why the bluebells are down here doing quite well. It's quite a still day, very little wind, so you can see the pond in its glory. This is a bracken frond, and it really grows very, very fast. This is a bracken field. It's brown at the moment, bracken leaves from last year, but come August it will be taller than 5 foot and will have taken over this area. This bracken was kept down by cattle, but now there are no cattle here, so bracken rules supreme. These are a few of the milkmaids. They are still blooming now that the bluebells are coming in full bloom. These are the few milkmaids. I'm not going to talk, I just want you to hear the bird song. I hope and pray that the birds are in full swing in 100 years from now, when I definitely won't be around. But I hope this wood will be here and the birds will be here, or their descendants will be here, and somebody else can enjoy this bird song. It has rained recently, so there must be more food and insects. The butterflies or the are mating. I have seen a couple of them, white little butterflies. A beautiful bank of milkmaids or wood anemones. They're all brightly open their little faces. It's a lovely bright sunny day, so they are really enjoying themselves. This is the part of the wood where there were lots and lots and lots of milkmaids. Now, as you see, there are fewer, but there is a lot of foliage. So the milkmaids are growing, ready for next year. But we have seen them in their peak, which is basically hardly any foliage and lots and lots and lots of milkmaids. Here there is a mixture of milkmaids and bluebells. So it's a different view. If this will be for some time, another 2 or 3 weeks, when the bluebells and the wood anemones will overlap.